Welcome back to another Pals Fundamentals Danish Commonwealth News Report. You can find more videos like this on our YouTube channel, Pals Fundamentals, and the sources for this report are linked below. So let's dive right in to the latest surrounding Denmark, the U.S., and Greenland.
Well, Greenland's leader, Ejid, recently did an interview on Fox News,
Go.
and he stated that Greenland doesn't want to be American or Danish. They want to be Greenlander.
Interesting. What else did he say?
He expressed that they want a stronger partnership with the U.S.,
Uh-huh.
especially when it comes to Arctic defense. Ejid even said that he's open to an increased U.S. military presence
Wow.
and more investments in Greenland's mining sector.
Oh.
Oh, and he also mentioned that 2 years ago, Greenland decided to refuse further mining licenses from China.
So it sounds like things might be heating up between the U.S. and Denmark as a result of this.
Yeah, there's definitely been some tension. There was even a 45-minute phone call between Donald Trump and the Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen.
Okay, so what are the experts saying about all of this?
Well, some political experts are comparing this tension to the 2005-2006 Mohammed crisis.
Really?
Some are even saying that this is one of the biggest crises for Denmark since World War II.
Wow, that's a pretty big statement.
Yeah.
What's driving that comparison?
It seems like a lot of the concern stems from Trump's desire to acquire Greenland.
I see.
Experts are worried that it could disrupt the existing world order
Yeah.
and that maybe it might inspire other nations to use force to expand their territory.
Okay, so is the EU involved at all?
Yes, the EU has come out and said that they're ready for all imaginable scenarios.
Okay.
If Trump decides to put tariffs on Denmark because of all this.
And what about public opinion here in the U.S.? Where do Americans stand on all of this?
Well, a Suffolk University poll shows that 53.3% of Americans actually disagree with Trump's idea of controlling Greenland.
So it seems like this is becoming a pretty big deal internationally, too.
Definitely. A global poll done by the European Council on Foreign Relations actually showed that Europe thinks a second term for Trump would have a negative impact, while countries like India, Saudi Arabia, and Russia actually see potential second term for Trump as a positive thing.
So what about Greenland, then? What does their future look like amidst all of this?
Well, Professor Mikkel Vedby Rasmussen predicts that Greenland won't be a part of the Danish Commonwealth within 4 years,
Wow.
although it's unclear exactly where their allegiance will lie after that. While Ejid was doing that interview on Fox News back in Denmark, the political parties were called in for an emergency meeting to discuss the whole situation.
Oh, really? So it sounds like they're taking this pretty seriously.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to figure out the best way to handle the relationship with the U.S.,
Uh-huh.
but also, support Greenland's interests at the same time.
So it seems like everyone is kind of walking on eggshells here. What are some of the biggest concerns surrounding this whole situation?
Well, there are concerns about the potential impact on the economy, the security of the Arctic region, and of course, Greenland's right to self-determination.
So basically, a lot of things could happen depending on how this situation plays out.
Exactly. Donald Trump's inauguration is coming up,
Right.
and that could be a real turning point.
Yeah,
His actions and statements could really have a big impact on the whole world,
for sure.
Definitely.
So what's next for Greenland? Is independence a sure thing?
Well, that prediction from Professor Rasmussen that Greenland will leave the Danish Commonwealth in 4 years is a pretty bold statement.
Yeah.
But even if it happens, it doesn't mean they'll automatically side with the U.S. There are other options, like becoming totally independent or maybe getting closer to countries like Canada or the EU.
Oh, interesting.
Ultimately, Greenland's future is really up to them.
Well, this has been a fascinating look at this whole situation. It's definitely complicated.
Yeah, it is. And it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Thanks for helping us break it all down.
You're welcome.
And thanks to all of you for listening to another Pals Fundamentals Danish Commonwealth News Report. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel, Pals Fundamentals, for more videos like this. And as always, you can find all the sources we use for this report linked below.